Hello and welcome to Round 1 Front 9 coverage of the 2024 Augusta Disc Golf Classic, brought to you by Culver's of Grovetown and the Augusta Disc Golf Club. On Catch Cam today we have Tommy Patterson. Drone footage by the Augusta drone pilots. The commentary team today is Vern Weygandt and Jeremy Hughes. On the card today we have DeBruin IV from Augusta, Georgia. Meintsma from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Grady Shue from Augusta, Georgia. And Harper Thompson from Brentwood, Tennessee. Hole 1 is a par 3, 365-foot shot that fades slightly down to the right. And the basket is tucked away even further down on the right-hand side. And be careful you don't go too long, or you might end up in places you don't want to be. All right, here we are on hole 1. It's a rainy day in Augusta. We got DeBruin.
Finished a little left there.
Got Noah coming up here to the tee, Meintsma.
Yeah, these first couple holes are going to be pretty wet with the hurricane that came through.
Great shot, though.
Mm-hmm.
New Augusta transplant, Grady Shue.
He's in a good spot there.
Mm-hmm. Made the catch cam guy dance a little bit. Then we have Harper Thompson.
He's been playing some great golf lately.
Yeah, no kidding.
This one's leaking a little bit to the right. And he got a really fortunate kick there.
Nailed a fence post.
Yeah.
Oh, good bid.
Yeah, it looks like it set down.
And you can just see from the water coming off of my umbrella and how soaked all these guys are. This is not optimal conditions.
No. Harper's got about 40 feet here. That was a confident putt right there.
Mm-hmm. Drained it.
With the rain and the wind. First hole.
It's a great way to start off. We'll still got a little cleanup to do here.
Yeah, Will and his dad have been playing in Augusta for a long time. He's been playing some really great golf lately. Great member of Augusta Disc Golf. Oh, man. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah. Man, wet chains on a day like this are just not your friend.
So last year we actually played the long pin. This year we're playing the short pin here on hole 2. It's actually a really technical shot for only being 200 feet. There's a lot of things that can happen with rollaway.
And you see these guys, just feel for them. They're struggling just to play our favorite game here.
Not a bad roll. That could have been worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a tricky little shot.
That's a great shot right there. He had a little bit of flex on it, kind of pushed it off to the right, let it come back.
I imagine it's pretty dangerous to hit on that hillside and then it just kind of rolls to bad places.
Oh, yeah. So it's a pretty tight little shot right there. You really need to, you've got about maybe a 20-foot gap to, you want to kind of get it through. So.
Yeah, buddy, go ahead.
Oh,
Wow.
Will threw that like he's played that hole before.
Once or twice. It's a good bid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a great putt.
I think the rain is definitely starting to get to these guys a little bit.
Yeah, they look kind of miserable.
Yeah, I can understand that. That's a great birdie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you can see just a hole that's only 210 feet, but we only had one birdie. It just shows you how, with the rain and the technicality of the shot, it's not necessarily the distance that makes it difficult.
Yep. There we go. Hole 3, par 3, 235-foot shot. You got to make certain that you rifle it over top of this ravine, but don't let it go too far and don't let it leak right, or you're going to end up in bad places.
Yeah, this hole actually plays as an island, so again, it's not a long hole. Looks like Noah's got it dialed up pretty good. A little long, not bad.
This is one of these shots where you can see the basket. It's just right there. But, yeah, with the conditions and, I mean, there's the slope down to the right-hand side. There's lots of things that can happen.
Yeah, and you can already tell we're 3 holes in, and oh, that's a great shot right there. We're only 3 holes in, and these guys are already still trying to find a dry spot on their tee-shirt or anywhere where they can get some kind of grip.
They're just lacing it, though. I mean, Harper
Yep.
and Grady both just on a rope put that thing down there.
This is one of those holes that you can really ace run pretty much every time. The only difficulty today is there is an OB line about 15 feet past the basket. So, and Will just found said OB line.
Mm-hmm. So hard to have that touch putter when it's soaking wet out here.
And Will made par from the drop zone. Nice. Yeah, what you're going to see on this course in particular, you got to remember this course was designed in the 90s, and courses were a little different back then. So this has got a very classic, short feel to it. A lot of technicality. So you're going to see a lot of par 3s where, we're going to see a lot of pars and, some difficult shot. We're going to see some bogeys today, I think, too.
But you certainly wouldn't consider this a birdie or die course, though.
No, not at all. Hole 4, another classic little woods park type shot here. This is a par 4. You kind of want to land right about here where the drone's at, and then you're just going to take like a putter or maybe a short mid-range and just kind of poke it through these woods and get your free birdie. It's a little high, but he got it down. It's not a bad spot.
Yeah, that set him up really nicely.
The challenge here to the tee shot, you just don't want to go deep into the woods. There's sort of a dog leg left here. And that's the mistake you see more often than not when you just kind of pump on one a little harder than you really wanted to.
Settle down.
Wow. That's not going to be in a bad place. Yep, good shot.
Yeah. I mean, even with him slipping and sliding on the tee, he still came out really well.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew this or not, but that tree actually holds the record for being hit by the most discs anywhere on the planet.
It certainly seemed like it. Certainly drew Noah's disc in. What a scramble.
Yeah. Yeah, when you get on this left side, it's really pinched off. Noah's got a little better angle here. It ended up better than I think he thought.
Yeah. I wish my oh no shots turned out like that. There we go.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst parts about playing in the rain. You got your disc dry, and then like a drop comes down on your thumb or something.
Grady saves par. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah, he was pretty close. Yeah, in these conditions, you can't be too upset with a par here.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Hole 5, par 3, 246-foot shot. This one you have to make certain you go straight down the road here, but then throw something stable enough that it's going to duck in and head up towards the basket.
This is another one of those really short, really technical, older style holes where it's like you see on the sign, about 240 feet. But it's kind of a sharp dog leg left. And we'll see how these guys do. I have a feeling we're going to see all backhands here. A little bit long. Actually, long is the good miss on this hole. You don't want to be short and pinched off. So if you're going to miss, it's good to miss long.
I feel like you have to expect a certain amount of plinko if you cut in too.
That's the play. If you can get it nice and high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that oh, wow. That's an unfortunate roll, but that's how you want to attack this hole usually. Although I will say I have seen Jeremy Colling throw forehand on this hole, but that probably doesn't surprise you.
No, not in the least.
It's a sneaky little skip shot there. You see a lot of people do that, but unfortunately when your disc comes in on an angle, this is a very common problem.
That was sad to watch right there, because I thought that shot was pretty good.
It's not really a lot from down here. This is going to take some good scrambling.
And that little nest of small trees right there is right up on him.
That's a fantastic scramble.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and I don't know if it was due to the conditions or not, but you know, if we watch Will try and make this attempt here, and you know, even though this is a 245-foot hole, we didn't have a single birdie in the entire Open Division on this hole today.
Wow.
So that just tells you how difficult some of these par threes can be, especially in the rain and the wind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of skill in playing a course like this, as opposed to just a grip it and rip it wide open course.
Mm-hmm. Hole 6 is a really fun hole, kind of downhill, dogleg right. You got a creek in the middle. You got lots of trees that you can hit. The standard play here is usually going to be a forehand that kind of skips to the right, or maybe a little putter turnover. That creek that runs through the middle of the course is OB, so you want to make sure you don't hit any trees or anything, or you're going to be having a bad time. Snuck it through.
Yeah. It didn't seem like that from the tee. He thought it was pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a little wide of what he wanted to throw, probably. No, it looks like he's setting up for the backhand here. I like this play. It requires some trust and a beat-up putter or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not bad. He's going to be circle's edge, a little high.
Yeah, we'll tag that one of those first trees before you cross the creek. That's a solid upshot, though.
Yeah.
It was insult to injury with the roll after that.
That's a good birdie.
Near you, Grady.
even for these advanced players. And right as he's about to putt, the wind picked up, and I think we're probably going to see a lot of that today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but even for these advanced players, I kind of feel like hole 6 is almost a bit of a bonus birdie because there's just so much that can go wrong. So many trees, OB, bad angles, rollaways. It's a tricky hole. Great shot.
Wow. Harper's such a good putter. I mean, he takes every bit of his allotted time, but most often it finds the chains.
Wow. So Grady's got another tree in his way trying to make a putt here. This time to save his par. That's a fantastic stab.
Wow,
Great putt.
solid.
I knew that's where you did your best work.
How did you know?
You go way back.
Hole 7, par 3, turn in 95-foot shot. First thing you gotta do is make it across the creek and up this gap here. But the whole thing is very far uphill, so it plays longer than 295. Oh, and then if you want to get to the basket, you got to contend with those trees.
The good news is the rain has let up. The bad news is everything's still wet.
Yeah. That's a pump.
Shot.
Oh yeah, he'll have a nice little backdoor into it there.
This seeing this hole on footage does it no justice. That's a whole lot more elevation than it appears on screen.
Yeah, it really is. And there's a couple of ways you can attack this. Both of these guys through kind of straight shots with a little bit leak to the left. You could throw maybe a flip up to push it a little further straight. Harper is going to have a little backdoor putt. It's kind of open on that left side. So there's a couple of ways to attack this hole. But yeah, like you said, it's very high uphill, 30 feet above your head. So it's a little tricky.
Oh my goodness.
And not to mention that there's no sunlight that gets to that tee pad, so it's going to stay wet all day. Yeah, Will's having some trouble with the line today coming off the tee pad. Certainly it has the wet ground's not helping, I can guarantee that.
Hey, dude. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you're right about this putt location for Harper.
Yeah, I love his putt. I've seen it 3 or 4 holes now, and it's just really confident, really straight. He puts it. He's putting through the basket, and that's good to see from a player who's certainly younger than a lot of these other guys. That's a good catch there for that one.
Yeah.
But to see his confident putt, he's certainly going to do well. Grady say that he had a lot of distance there to make up for that par.
I feel like Grady's just kind of showing off now. He'll miss his first putt, but then he'll make an insane par save here. It's impressive.
Yep. All right, hole 8. Well, this is one of my favorite holes in all of South Carolina. Again, another little short hole. You got a little mando that you have to make. There's a creek down here you have to get across. So it's kind of a natural island. This is a great hole for a little ace run too. You just kind of get a nice little putter that you can trust to go straight, throw it down there, and hope for the best. Good shot, a little left.
Go in, Apple. 3. Oh.
And he stays in bounds.
Yeah.
This is another one of those holes, though. That gap looks humongous on the video, but I'm here to tell you, you're standing on the tee pad, and that yellow arrow gets in your head sometimes. This is going to be the fade. Oh, man, I didn't.
Oh.
Give the man $1.
Yeah.
Try my best, boys.
That was on track the entire way. But you're right about that gap, though. I mean, it is a lot closer than it appears on video.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And when things like that happens, a 200-foot par 3 becomes really, really hard to get that 3 now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good pull. Yeah, I think with the wet ground, those things are going to skip a mile today.
Yeah, Will had a really good pull on that one, and normally I feel like that one would have just set there.
That's a pretty good scramble from there.
Yeah, Will was trapped back there.
I will say, if you're going for the ace run, that is the one downside. If you go too far deep, you're kind of in jungle. Good bird.
No, it's just ringing him up.
That's a really good par save.
Yeah.
When you have a Mando and OB, strokes can add up quick here. Smooth, I mean confident, he's putting great.
Yep. Hole 9, par 3, 300-foot shot. The basket is dead straight ahead, but you have to make certain you miss these trees on the left-hand side if you want a shot at it.
This is another one of those holes that's kind of changed throughout the years. It used to be a par 4, but as trees have gone away and things have changed, it's evolved into a little bit of a shorter tunnel shot now. And wow, he missed the trees and piped it straight down there, didn't he? You got a nice little backstop behind the basket, so if you can pipe it straight and low, you're gonna have a good shot. This one looks pretty good too.
It's interesting too that there's a little bit of uphill here. It feels like it could be easy to throw accidentally into this if you're trying to get too low.
Wow, great shot. These guys are making this 300-foot tunnel shot look pretty easy, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yep, go in.
And some days you know you have that luck where you hit the smallest twig and it just stops your disc.
Yeah, Will looked like he got a hold of that one really well.
Ooh.
Thank you, basket.
There's the birdie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a good group of folks come up from Florida, and they just said, "Man, I just can't believe how much elevation there is on these courses." And I'm like, "You don't really see it on the video, but we have a lot of elevation in this area, particularly as we're close to the river." Oh wow.
There's that routine again.
Yeah, I think you can tell Will's he's pretty frustrated right now. You know, he got that slow start. He's just got to lock it in. He's definitely got the skills.
All right, into the front nine here. We got Harper at 6 down, Noah at 5 down, Grady at 2 down, and Will's come in at +2. Well, we'll see you on the back nine.